Basically, big data encompasses 5 what we call V's, and they just start with V. So basically, the first one I'll cover is volume. So in order for something to be considered big data, it generally has to have these so-called 5 V's. So the first one is volume. So volume is obviously, the amount of data you have, right? So if you have a lot of data that you normally collect, whether it's on a daily basis or yearly basis or whatever, then chances are you have what we call big data. So that could be, petabyte or exabyte range or whatever. Velocity. Velocity means that you may not get, like, for example, a lot of data with each transaction. So maybe you're only collecting, let's say, a megabyte of data or less per transaction. But if you're doing millions of transactions, a month or even a day, obviously after a year, it's going to be huge. So velocity also makes a huge difference. So we see this a lot, for example, with website analytics, like with ClickView and stuff like that, Clickstream, where we're basically, surfing a website as an individual buyer, and we're just generating massive amounts of data per buyer. And that is if you take the millions of people who could be using that site, I think you get the idea that, every second or every minute, we're generating tons of data. Variety is the different types of data that we're generating. And by type, what I mean is, like, in the old days, in the Web 1.0 days, for example, of, horrible looking websites, we would consider that to be horrible today. But basically, they're mostly textual, right? It was mostly about transfer of information and knowledge. And today, it's mostly about consuming media and producing media. And what has changed really that that has made big data kind of a buzzword, in the fact that with Web 2.0 and onwards, the buyer or consumer, or whatever you want to call that person, is generating their own data. So rather than relying strictly on an authoritative source, we as individuals are generating data on a daily basis, through e-commerce and social media and so on and so forth. So, and it could be pictures, it could be, video, it can be, normal kind of different data structures, data types, and so on. I'm not going to go into all that XML JSON stuff, but I think you get the point. And then finally, we have veracity, which is basically fake news right now. So veracity is about, yeah, I mean, actually it is about fake news to some extent. It's basically about the quality and the source of the data that we have. So, would we believe a non-authoritative source, right? So if it's generating information, generating data, or it could just be, like, for example, an IoT sensor, right? So if we have an IoT sensor and it's misplaced, well, can we rely on that data? Probably not, right? So we'd have to make sure that the quality and the source of that data are also correct. And then finally, if we add up all these 4 things together, we get what we call values, the so-called 5th V.
Netcom Learning helps customers build innovative learning organization by achieving a smarter workforce that can adapt to change and help drive growth. We do this by teaching technology, business, and manage learning processes. Our global delivery capabilities enabled us to reach more companies in more than 50 countries. Since 1998, we have been empowering organizations with our managed learning services to help them reach optimal performance results and address challenges. We have 9 practice areas in which we specialize. They encompass people, process, and technology training. Today's presentation is from the Data and AI practice area.
And we all know that technical skills are necessary to empower our careers, but you need to improve or upgrade your leadership skills as well in order to accelerate your career. Along with your technical abilities, you can develop the skills you need to manage yourself, others, and business better. Welcome to Starter Learning, a collaborative knowledge platform bringing the world's best business and leadership insights from Fortune 1000 leaders, best-selling authors, and Ivy League professors. Further, if you are interested in learning from the top American leaders, you can log on to our e-learning platform at sartorlearning.com and avail the special promotions meant for first-time users. Use your coupon code SARTER10 to begin your leadership journey now.